What would have happened if Sirius Black had got Harry as a baby if Hagrid had given it to him? Now, this is a really interesting topic, and in today's video, we're going to see what would have happened to Harry, the Dursleys, Sirius, if Hagrid had given Sirius Black Harry as a baby. So welcome back to Potter Access as we look at what would have happened if Hagrid had given Harry to Sirius after Voldemort attacked and killed his parents. This is a really interesting topic, and let's get straight into it. So, probably one of the major things we've got to realise here is that Sirius would still be a wanted man for Peter Pettigrew's murder and death. So, when we're looking at this, it wouldn't be a perfect life. He may have gone to Grimmauld Place, he may have gone to other stuff with Harry, but it definitely would not have been a perfect life. But this is what I think would have happened, just roughly summed up. I think Harry would have ended up with the Dursleys somehow. I'm not saying he would have gone there straight away. I'm not saying he would have gone there together, and obviously Sirius would want to have adopted him. But when Hagrid goes back there without Harry, Dumbledore would have sought out Sirius, fixed the situation, and given Harry to the Dursleys. I think that Sirius would have to allow that. I don't think there's any way where Harry wouldn't have gone to the Dursleys, as Dumbledore put a powerful magic over it, and Lily's sort of spell to keep out Death Eaters made that Harry wasn't vulnerable. So that would have probably convinced Sirius, as he was maybe a bit reckless at times, but he constantly wanted Harry to be safe, and he would go to many lengths to make sure his friends and his family are safe. So I do think that Harry would have still gone to the Dursleys. But there's other things. We could have dealt with other things in Sirius's life that would have changed. I don't think he would have pursued and cornered Peter Pettigrew. But if he never went to Azkaban prison, why would Peter Pettigrew go to the Weasley's family in the first place? So when we're looking at this, why would he have gone there? What would be his point? What would have been his need? I don't think he has a need to go to the Weasleys, who'd probably be on the run, and he'll probably run back to Voldemort, and that could have stopped loads of stuff. That could have stopped Quirrell ever happening. Voldemort could have risen a lot earlier when Harry was a lot younger, and I think that the Voldemort might have come back even earlier than before, because he only went to the Weasleys as a security and other stuff like that to make sure that he was safe, and he was relaxed and didn't mind staying around because he knew Sirius was in Azkaban, but Sirius would not have gone to Azkaban. So I think Harry also would have known about the wizarding world, and his childhood with the Dursleys may not have been as miserable. If you think about Sirius, would have tried to keep a close eye on Harry and make sure he's safe. And you can see that towards the later books when Sirius and Lupin and all these people come into it. The Dursley have to change up their approach because Harry's got so many powerful people on his side. So I do think he would have gone there, but I still think that the Dursleys would have been a better option, because he would be happy without knowing who his killer is. He wouldn't be stuck in caves, scavenging for food at a young age. He would have been very, very safe. So I don't think that it was a bad decision at all. I think that it was a good decision, and to put him with the Dursleys would be probably a great way to put it. But Sirius did kill, and he may still be famous, but people will maybe ignore him. Maybe people wouldn't come after him if he had been hidden away for so many years. It's all balancing act, but I do think that he would have had. So let's say Harry did have to go Sirius and Dumbledore didn't persuade him. Harry would have had a much better childhood. He would have grown up and knowing about how his parents died and all about the magic, so that would maybe have balanced it out and maybe made him more angry when he goes to Hogwarts. Sirius would not have gone after Peter immediately, which may have kept him out of Azkaban after Peter kills that street of Ali. Sirius would have hopefully adopted Harry, and Harry would be more vulnerable to a Death Eater attack because of the lack of his mother's protection, which does mean that many people would have gone after him. But I seriously do not think that Harry would have ever actually ended up with Sirius, even if Sirius had got Harry as a baby first. So therefore, I do think that maybe Sirius... Well, let's say it does happen. I don't think that Harry's the same person whatsoever. I think he changes and adapts, and maybe Voldemort can get stronger quicker with Peter running towards him a lot earlier on and worried about Sirius, as we see in the 3rd book. So I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what would have happened, but I do think that the Wizarding World would definitely not be the same. So therefore, my final assumptions on this is that I think that Voldemort would have come back a lot quicker, and Dumbledore would not have been able to cope with the might of him. He wouldn't have had Harry. And then you've got to argue, like, Voldemort would not have had Harry's blood. So Harry might not, because Harry would still be a Horcrux and have all his special abilities, but he wouldn't have the same blood, so they wouldn't be tied together almost. So I do think that they probably would have lost the war to Voldemort, but at the Battle of Hogwarts, who would have known? Maybe Sirius would have survived, with Harry always caring for him from an early age. Dumbledore would be there from an early point, not allowing him to leave and stuff like that. So you've got to weigh out the answers, but I do think that Harry would have ended up with the Dursleys. Thank you for watching another Potter Access video then. I'm currently trying to do weekly uploads for you guys, and there'll be more videos coming next week. So thank you guys for watching another Potter Access video. Make sure to like, make sure to subscribe. This is just fun little videos I do. If you guys enjoy Harry Potter, then make sure to subscribe and check out my other channels, Lego Access, down below. So thank you guys, make sure to subscribe and like, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.